Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, February 2nd, 2026. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Well, today is the day when some rodent in Pennsylvania tells us whether this cold weather is sticking around for another 6 weeks. We're going to update you tomorrow on that after we find out. Boomer trivia time, because I am a boomer, and I'm really loving these. What SNL regular was considered for the role of Han Solo in Star Wars? Stick around, we're going to have that answer for you in a few moments, but now we do have a lot of news to catch up on, so let's get into it, shall we? The Annapolis police are investigating a shots fired incident that happened early Friday morning in downtown Annapolis near City Dock. Police said that officers were in the area of Dock Street and Randall Street at about 2:08 a.m. on January 30th when they heard multiple gunshots coming from the 100 block of Dock Street. Investigators said there appeared to be a large physical altercation involving multiple people around the same time that the shots were fired. Police reported that there are no known victims and no known reported property damage. Police did not say whether there were any arrests or gave any more information about that large physical altercation, which is kind of strange. The city of Annapolis is extending storm-related parking relief through 4 p.m. today as winter weather recovery continues and the city prepares to restart enforcement of sidewalk clearing requirements. Free parking will remain available until 4 p.m. today at Park Place, Knighton, Gotts, and Mills Hillman garages. After that, you can expect to be charged. Beginning at 4 p.m., the Park Place garage will shift to a discounted $5 rate per day through Friday, February 6th. And that's compared to the usual daily rate of $22. Drivers are being told to enter the garage and follow the posted signage to register their vehicle. At the same time, the city does plan to begin enforcing residential sidewalk clearing rules today, starting with warnings for sidewalks that remain uncleared, with special attention on routes used to get to school. So you need to break out those chisels and jackhammers, folks. On the school front, Anne Arundel County Public Schools will open 2 hours late today and tomorrow, citing continued caution and the need to give students and staff some extra time to travel. The school system urged families to plan ahead, especially for students who typically walk, and encourage parents and guardians to review the routes they take and strongly consider providing transportation where possible, since many roads and sidewalks will still be in rough shape. The city of Annapolis is also making a series of staffing changes in its finance department and human resources offices as it works to maintain continuity and move toward permanent leadership. The city said Jake Trudeau, a city employee since 2018, is stepping away from his role as acting director of finance after previously serving as a senior accountant and later leading the city's budget team. However, he will continue supporting Annapolis on a contractual basis, including work on the FY27 budget, to help maintain stability during the transition. To keep finance operations running smoothly, the city has contracted 2 finance professionals through Harborview Consulting. The city said that the deputy director position is in the final stages of hiring, and it expects to post a recruitment for the permanent director of finance in the coming weeks. Those changes follow the resignation of former finance director Brittany Moran in November of 25, with Trudeau serving as acting director since then. Separately, the city announced the retirement of Human Resources Director Tricia Hopkins, who has held the role since May of 2013, and credited her with guiding key workforce functions, including hiring, onboarding, and labor-related work during a period of growth and change. While the city conducts a search for a permanent Human Resources Director, Lasan Crispin, the city's Human Resources Administrator, will serve as acting Human Resources Director. Did you follow that? The city is also still seeking a city attorney and a city manager. A major public conversation tied to the nation's upcoming semi-quincentennial, boy, I'm glad I got that word right the first time, It's coming to Annapolis this spring with Maryland Hall and Historic Annapolis hosting an onstage discussion focused on democracy and the country's founding ideals. The event, titled The American Experience, Democracy at 250, is scheduled for Sunday, April 12th at 3 p.m. at Maryland Hall and is going to feature philanthropist and historic preservation advocate David Rubenstein, who also owns the Baltimore Orioles, along with NBC News correspondent Andrea Mitchell. Organizers said the program is part of the national lead-up to the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence and will explore how foundational principles have been documented, interpreted, and preserved over time, while also looking at their relevance today. The event is ticketed. It does require advance purchase. You can do that at marylandhall.org. And as a fun fact, Rubenstein also owns a rare historical copy of the Declaration of Independence. On Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we chatted with Patty Slaughter from the Bernie House, a great organization doing amazing things for domestic violence victims. We also talked to a former resident who is now absolutely kicking ass. If you missed it, you want to give that a listen. And if you know of a business or organization in the area that should be featured on our Local Business Spotlight, let me know. More than happy to reach out. All right, that is a wrap. First off, thank you, as always, for listening and sharing. And a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mac Medics. And as for that Boomer trivia, Bill Murray was the SNL regular considered for Han Solo, and I bet you that is a decision that George Lucas regrets to this day. That would have been amazing. Now you just need to stay tuned for your local Eye on Annapolis weather with George Young, and of course, Ann Covington from CovingtonAlsina is here with her Monday Money Report. All that's coming your way in less than a minute. Oh, big announcement, 9:10, we're going to have it on Eye on Annapolis. Big news about WRNR.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Monday, February 2nd. The weekend brought more exceptional cold to the Annapolis region, and while it will warm slightly this week, for a few days at least, the overall outlook is for continuing very cold conditions. Look for sunny skies today with highs in the low 30s with breezy winds out of the northwest gusting over 20 miles per hour at times, which will make it feel more like in the 20s with the wind chill. Tuesday will then bring upper 30s with partly cloudy skies with a small chance for a little light snow overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning with highs Wednesday in the low 30s. From there, it'll be sunny and cold Thursday with highs in the low 30s, followed by mixed skies and mid or upper 30s 4 p.m. highs on Friday, with another Arctic blast set to move over the area this weekend with highs only in the mid-20s despite sunny skies both days. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple authorized premium service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing it can be confusing. Ann Covington, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it for nearly 20 years. Are you ready? Now, here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Covington of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Last week, the markets were essentially flat, with the year off to a strong start with the S&P 500 reaching 7,000 for the first time. Kevin Warsh was nominated as the next chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank Board of Governors and should replace Jerome Powell when his term ends in May. Warsh is known for his previous term as a bank governor, believing the Fed needs to reduce its bond holdings while holding interest rates steady. While the Federal Reserve Bank exists to direct monetary policy, your local bank exists to turn a profit. How do they do that? A bank lends out the money you deposit and charges interest. It may pay you interest on your deposits, depending on the type of the account. And it also charges fees for low balances, late payments, overdrafts, ATM usage, and even making too many transfers in a set period. So how do you make sure your banking is working for you and not the bank? First, be sure you're in the right type of account. Many banks offer free checking accounts if you meet certain requirements. If you're being charged a monthly fee for your checking account, you can either change banks or ask your current bank if they have other options. And see if overdraft protection is available to prevent fees and non-sufficient funds charges, which can add up quickly. The same applies to your savings account. The average savings account in the United States is currently paying about 0.6%. But switching to a high-yield savings account can increase that to 3% or more. Credit cards are another great source of revenue for banks. With the average credit card charging over 20% interest, banks have a reason to encourage you to spend on those cards and carry a balance. Credit cards can be convenient and offer protection against fraud and theft. Depending on your card, you may also receive cash back, gift certificates, or rewards for travel. If you travel frequently, higher-end cards may offer travel perks like frequent traveler status upgrades and airport lounge access. I will be the first to admit that I love my points and the travel perks I receive. But if you carry a balance, you are paying dearly for those perks and rewards. Think of it this way. You're paying over 20% for a 1 to 2% reward or cash back. If you are in debt, the very first thing you should do is stop spending on your credit cards. Our brains don't see credit cards as real money, making it easier to overspend. And we rationalize the spending, thinking of points or bonus offers. Again, you are being paid 1 to 2% to use the card, while paying the bank over 20% to use the card. Banks have a strong incentive to encourage you to use your card. Use your debit card or pay cash for things until you have your cards fully paid off. And then only charge what you can pay in full each month. Your action item this week is to change the filter in your HVAC unit. Dirty filters make your system work harder, and it's working hard enough in this weather. Check out our website and Facebook page for more information and all of our educational events, like our upcoming webinar on February 9th discussing long-term investing. CovingtonAlsina is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only, not intended to make an offer, solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments are all riskless, otherwise stated, not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategies discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Covington with CovingtonAlsina.
There are more than 500 pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County that need good homes, and they have so much to offer the rest of us. At Annapolis Subaru, we are committed to helping the SPCA see that these animals stay safe and healthy. All year long, Annapolis Subaru partners with the SPCA to host pet adoption events, sponsor vaccination clinics, and community events. We feature pets on our weekly Canines and Crosstreks podcast. Our associates and our Subaru customers show up in packs at the Walk for the Animals and Lights on the Bay events. You can help our SPCA find loving homes for these pets. Volunteer, donate, foster, read a book, scratch some ears, or rub some bellies. Show up for the pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.